Morgan is so expressive. She smiles and she lights up the room. She just loves watching what's happening and singing songs. When I was pregnant, I was just full of anticipation and expecting all good things. We came home and had many months of pure bliss. We were just in love with our perfect little girl. We had no indication of any problem. No, we had no idea. We had no idea. At 6 months, Dr. Angelo mentioned we might start thinking about early intervention.
Morgan initially wasn't growing, and then closer to about a year or so, all parts of her development were delayed.
Morgan's nowhere near a 5-year-old level. They are running and jumping and reading and talking. Morgan is more like a 2-year-old, maybe a 3-year-old. Moving through the world is difficult for her. She needs help. Getting out of bed, getting dressed, staying engaged. She's just not always able to coordinate her movements.
She's not communicating the way that she's supposed to. Her speech hasn't developed.
I think that I really started getting very concerned when we started looking for a geneticist. We held off until she was 12 months. And then it seems like everybody kind of descended on our house all at once. PTs, OTs, speech. There was also a special educator. This is when she was 1. For 3 years, we searched and searched. Test after test revealed no answers. We had some initial genetic tests done, and they too showed nothing unusual. It wasn't until our developmental pediatrician suggested a test that had only recently become available, whole exome sequencing. And it looks at genes with even greater magnification, and it was the only test that could detect what was going on. They identified a single point mutation on a gene that's called HNRNPH2. Every person has about 20,000 genes. Morgan has a very tiny mistake on just one of those genes. In almost every form of life, there's an HNRNPH2 gene, and it never changes. For there to be a mistake, they've hardly ever seen this. In our mind, this was the most devastating result we could have found. Morgan's diagnosis is probably the 3rd. Now we're up to 18 to 20 girls who have the same diagnosis as Morgan, and that's throughout the world. Since whole exome sequencing has become more available, we are learning about new cases all the time.
Rare diseases are not rare. People talk about 7,000 to 8,000 different disorders. It's millions of people.
I think the thing that scares me the most about the future are those unknowns. Is she gonna be okay? I really want to help her to feel safe and confident and to know that we believe in her. There's a lot of things that are holding her back. There's a lot of things that are keeping her from being completely free and having wings in this life. The next big step is to fund research.
Genetic research is on the cusp of making a difference in people's lives.
Autism, cancer, ALS, Rett syndrome, other X-linked disorders, we can learn more about all of them by studying HNRNPH2. We co-founded the Yellow Brick Road Project to advance research of rare diseases. More immediately, we wanted to identify and support families like ours and help doctors to reach diagnosis more quickly.
I think that the face is very important in the diagnosis. It's one of the pieces of the puzzle to reach the diagnosis. When you work together with the computer, it's helpful.
So we partnered with Boston-based FDNA, who have a facial analysis technology called Face2Gene.
The diagnosis is only the beginning of the journey. When you have a diagnosis and you want a treatment and you want to know what to do to get the best quality of life.
I've always been someone who really believes in visioning what you want your future to be. On Morgan's vision board, we have, I will climb the stairs with confidence. I will say goodbye to pull-ups forever. I will say mama and dada and Shani. The Yellow Brick Road Project has everything to do with vision. The vision of more funding going towards research and technologies, of isolated families becoming a part of a community, the vision of a better future for all those touched by rare disease.